But I'm going to turn the acknowledgement over to Jeremy Belgard, and Jeremy is with Athabasca Basin Security. So you go ahead, Jeremy.
Oh, hi, good morning, everybody. Yes, my name is Jamie Belgard. I work with Athabasca Basin Security, and yes, I'd like to acknowledge the Treaty 6 territories and everything. I really appreciate that. Um, I guess I can start talking about our what we do as Athabasca Basin Security and what we do. So, like I said, I work with Athabasca Basin Security. I've been with this company for probably close to 10 years, and I absolutely love it. So anytime I get to hype up this company, I'm all for it. So our location focus in regards to Athabasca Basin Security is based in Saskatchewan, Canada, focusing primary on providing security services in the Athabasca Basin area. And we do specialize in the industry in security for the mining industry, particularly for uranium mines, which are prevalent in the Athabasca region, of course. And of course, the services that we provide offers a range of security services, including on-site guards, mobile patrols, and surveillance systems. We do have sites where we do offer canine services as well, so drug dogs, and we participate with that searches and stuff like that. And of course, we do work with like an airport environment where we do bag searches, a lot of hands-on, a lot of patrols and stuff like that. Just getting out there to potentially de-escalate situation that may arise. At least we have our names out there. We know everybody, getting familiar with stuff, so it really helps us in that part. Our community involvement, so known for its involvement with local communities. So often, local. Sorry, we often hire locally and encouraging in partnerships with indigenous communities, quite a bit. And then safety and training. So the emphasis of the extensive training to its employees to handle the unique challenges of securing remote and industrial areas, and of course the environmental awareness that we do. So operates with a commitment to environmental stewardship, recognizing the sensational nature of the areas where it operates. And then of course the employment opportunities, so provides numerous employment opportunities in the region with a focus on offering career paths in the security and safety management. We do have in the north, we do have the Cigar Lake, Rabbit Lake, and the McLean Lake. But like we are spread out through all of Saskatchewan. So we do have BHP, which is one of our bigger sites. We do have Robert, which I'm currently located at. So I do apologize calling in from the vehicle. Then we do have Regina, which we have our Graham sites, 2 sites out there, but we are ever so expanding, which I absolutely love about this company. So we are now in Alberta and BC. And then we are also moving into Manitoba and Ontario in regards to medical and stuff like that. So this company, I absolutely love because there's always something new every day. And we're always expanding, which creates employment opportunities. Getting to know a lot of people, new faces, especially out there throughout Saskatchewan. And we absolutely love to see the people and work with the communities as well. So yeah, do I have any questions, Cara?
I don't see any questions yet, Jeremy, but I do have a question. What kind of
Absolutely.
what kind of training? What kind of like I hear that canine units are now being involved. Is there training offered by
Oh,
Athabasca Basin Security?
so what we do in regards to the canine services, so we do subcontract that from individuals that do provide that. But yes, we do deal when it comes to drugs and alcohol. We do provide training on how to do the swabs and everything else in regards to, we see at like the border securities and stuff like that. Yes, we do provide that type of training. We do work with we provide numerous types of training because we want to make sure that everyone is comfortable, they're safe when they come to work, because that's what I absolutely love about this company is that safety is our #1 priority, even if that means we got to make sure we got to get that extra course so that they are successful in what they are doing. So We always start with the basic, which is the Saskatchewan 40-hour certificate, and then the standard first aid, CPR, WHMIS, CSTS. But everything is site specific. But when we come to like for an example, BHP, where we deal with K9 units, we do handheld bag searches and everything else. We have those hands-on training, and then we do provide a lot of this training at site specifically in regards to those type of requirements that they have us to do. What type of training do we have? Like supervisory training, we have field leadership, which is an absolute fantastic tool because I absolutely love this because it's always expanding when it comes to field leadership. Oh, how do I explain this? Because it is a large program, but when it comes to training, ooh, it's every site specific. I do apologize. I'm all over Saskatchewan right now, so I'm trying to think of which specific ones to talk about. I do apologize, but if there's any other questions, I would love to expand on that.
Do you have any summer employment available for students in the Athabasca region?
Ooh, I do believe I would have to touch base with you on that one in regards to our cigar, Rabbit Plate, and McLean Lake. I do believe we do offer that as well, but I will have to follow up with yourselves. But it is a great opportunity in the north, so we'd love to follow up with you guys on that.
Awesome. So, for the students in the schools or the participants in virtual land, if you have any questions for Jeremy, please do state them now, or you can write them into our chat. Jeremy, what kind of education did you start out with?
So for myself, I was my education, what I have was basically right out of high school, but I do have a lot of hard work to get to where I was because I did start as a frontline security guard with my Saskatchewan 40-hour certificate in my first aid. I was a regular guard, which is fantastic. They are front lines, they are eyes and ears, and they're very important to what we do as the services. And then when I just, with my hard work, I moved up from security guard to an administrator. Then from the administrator, I worked up to supervisor. And then from supervisor, I moved to an assistant manager, then assistant manager to managing one of our biggest sites that we have in Saskatchewan. And that's which is located over at BHP, which is the world's largest potash deposit. So we are ever so expanding there as well. So the hard work that I had when it came to my first aid, security, and everything else was a lot of personal education that I had. Learn as you go, but the willingness to work in that drive that I had definitely got me to where I was, and that's for everyone. You can always move up in our ranks and everything else. We're always expanding, and yeah. So for educational wise, the certificates that we need would be the Saskatchewan 40 hours, the first aid, the WHMIS, CSTS. Those would be the tickets that we start off with. And then if we were to move you to whatever specific site, we would train you for that specific roles with the courses that they would have specifically to that. Yeah,
Jeremy, I have a question.
of course.
Down here. Regarding criminal record checks, if you want employment, I'm sure that's one of the components, right?
Yes, yes, absolutely. I do apologize. So the application process. So we always ask for it because we do ask for a criminal record check. Whether we can get yourselves to fill them out, or we do have a an account with Garda Security. We can fill out an application, and then we can send it on your behalf, and then we would get it back almost in the same day. Or if you guys are, every RCMP detachment is completely different because I understand like some will give it today, some will give it in 3 days, some give it a week. But that's why we offer those that option because I don't know where home is and your nearest detachment, so that we offer that availability to fill out that application, and we can get your criminal check on your said behalf. But yes, criminal record check is one of those that we check off.
One more question, Jeremy, is that
course.
What is the schedule on those sites? Is it 2 weeks in, 2 weeks out?
I do believe for the north, yes, they are fly in, 2 weeks on and 2 weeks out. So which is it's definitely different. It's not your Monday to Friday type jobs, but when you come into work, it feels like home because it's the same people that you're working with. You create that bond and everything else because at the end of the day, everyone sees security. You work as a team, because like I said, they don't see Jeremy, they don't see Rod, they see security. So that everyone supports everyone when they're in this uniform, and the family effect that we have from it is absolutely wonderful. So that's what I get out of bed for, and I'm able to go to work and everything else. And then the excitement of working hard, and this is what I have to do at the end of the day. This is what I've done for 2 weeks, and I'm super pumped to go home. But this is what I have accomplished. So that feeling accomplished is 100% there. Yes. Do we have any other questions? Oh. All right, Cara, anything?
I don't see any questions in chat yet, Jeremy.
Yeah,
Just give it a
no worries.
couple of moments. I don't know if you're able to answer this question, but I do have another question for you. And um, could you explain to us what are the biggest security challenges you face in the uranium mining industry today, and how the Athabasca Basin security is adapting to these challenges?
So the biggest faces that we always have is at the end of the day, it's always people, the interactions that we have with people that when it comes to work and stuff like that, because we're here to protect equipment, property, and people. So the biggest things that we have is obviously the outside when it comes to change. So it's either people. So what we do to accommodate that is that we always provide training. So ongoing training, field leadership, so that we don't get complacent. So when we do field leadership, which is I absolutely love this tool. So we take time talks. So TTTs, so taking the time to talk. So we have our work instructions. So we want to make sure that they're written, and then we coach people. We just ask. We're not quizzing them. It's not a pass or a fail, but we want to remind people we're taking the time to talk. So if something happens, we question. If we do this, what would they do in return? So that is taking the time to talk, and then we also have a PTC. So this is a plan, task, control, which we have our following our work instructions. So we would um, pull out our work instructions, ask the said individual to follow through. Like, if this happens, what is your steps? And then we'd follow it through on our work instructions, which is an awesome thing to have. So PTC. And then once we have that, then we have a control where we have a CCO, so a critical care observation. So this is where we actually sit down and we figure out, is there any steps that are missing in regards to if it's all common knowledge, do we all know it, but it's not written down in our work instructions, so that we can know if we have a new hire, so it's already there so that they are successful. So that is one of our biggest tools that we have, is field leadership in regards to complacency people, and make sure that we're not compliant, so that everyone has that safety, so that they can go home back to their families, take their money that they're making and spend it with however they want, so that they're safe. Because at the end of the day, I want to make sure we return you back the way that you came, or better. So that's how I would mention on how we deal with that type of stuff. So it's field leadership and being out there, being aware with our staff, and being present.
Thank you. And Jeremy, if one of the teachers or one of the community members wanted to meet with you with their class one-on-one, or maybe not in a group setting, maybe they just have questions about becoming an employee of Athabasca Basin Security, would they be able to contact you directly?
Absolutely. Like, so they can always email us. And then we always set up, because I answer my emails daily. So yes, they can contact us by emailing us. We can set up a time. If you have any questions, I'm always here to help. So is our HR, Vanessa. But we are always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, if you want to know how to apply, we do have our website, which they do have the process on how to apply on there, which it is just basically sending in your resume through hr@basinsecurity.com. But of course, you can always contact us by emailing us or giving us a phone call. We always answer.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jeremy. So HR at Athabasca Basin Security is the email address that you would be sending your inquiries to?
No, that I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, if you would. And I definitely, if any of, there we go. Thank you, Jeremy. HR@basinsecurity.com. If you would like to have a one-on-one session with Jeremy with your classroom, or if you personally have questions about Athabasca Basin Security, please don't hesitate to contact Jeremy, or you can contact myself, and I will pass the word forward.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you all for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeremy.